Um, books. Do a lot of books. Read a lot of books. There are lots of book. Make Google your friend. Search for books, acting books. For me, sometimes I go on YouTube to just watch acting tutorials and classes, master classes. You can pay for some, and then just do as much as you can, even if you don't have the money to. There's some free videos on YouTube that you can watch. Do that. I sometimes just watch movies. Like I tell people as an actor, I don't watch movies the way people watch movies to enjoy it. I watch movies to learn. Basically, I watch out for errors. I see how I can play a character better and all of that. You can do that as well. So yeah. Oh, I love to cook. I find it so therapeutic. I love to cook. I love to cook. I love to cook. I hate washing dishes, but I love to cook from prepping to going to the market to Lord, I love to cook. I hate eating though, but I love to cook and I like watching people cook my food. I find it therapeutic. Well, I started off as a model, and I don't think modeling is something you can really stop. It goes like hand in hand with what I do. Yeah. So you have times when photographers just go, "Oh, please, I'd like to take your pictures." You do birthday photo shoot. Sometimes you become an ambassador and they want you to take pictures. So they go hand in hand, really. So I think I still model, if that's what you're asking. Yeah. I still do it. I still love to do it. I love to take pictures. Anything that involves me standing in front of the camera, please, I love it. I like to be like a box of surprises, a box that just keep opening and then finding out. But I'm sure people know that I sing. I like to sing for their pleasure. Do I really want to do it as a major career? I don't know because I feel like music is a jealous profession. It's something that if you want to do, you have to give your all to it, and I'm not sure I can do that right now because I have movies going on, and that's also very challenging. It's the arts as well. So let's see. We don't know what the future holds, but let's see. Also, I have. Okay, I'm just going to tell you this tiny little secret. I have a flair. Like I love footwears. I love footwears. Anything that has to do with the feet, I'm in love with. So maybe in future, I just might have into that. Oh yes, May Hitchell. My birthday is that, and my big 30. Oh, 30. Three people, and this is not even me trying to be righteous or anything. The number one person that inspires me is my mom. Oh my goodness, her strength. I don't even know where she gets her strength from. Having to lose almost practically everybody in your life and still be that strong is is amazing. And her heart is still so pure. She's still so full of life and full of love. Always wanting to. She's always wanting the best for everybody. Always praying if you've spoken, like I have a couple of my colleagues that have spoken to my mom. My mom cannot not pray for you. That's how beautiful of a heart she has. And sometimes when I want to give up being a good person, I'm just like, oh, it's so tired, it's so breaking. And I just look at my mom, I'm like, if she can do it, I can do it. I mean, she inspires me a lot. She inspires me every day. The number two person is my husband. I don't know how he does it. Having to be a warrior and still have so much strength to want to do the things that he does. He doesn't rest. Like if he's not home, he's on his feet, he's working, and when he's home, he's still working because he's brainstorming. He does a lot of thinking processes. Like I don't know how he does it, to be honest. To have to have such health limitations and still be able to give your 100. I mean, he inspires me. Just waking up to see him go at it every day and having him go through so much heartbreak from people he trusts and all of that and still have to get back up and do it. God damn it, he inspires me. He does. He does. And I see how he lives his life with so much drive and contentment and everything. And I'm like, he's one of those people that taught me very early in life that you should put your happiness in things that are constant and not in things that change. Things like money and things like friends and they come and go, those kind of things. So if you put your happiness on things like that, you're bound to be unhappy. Because the day that you don't have money, what happens? You get. But when you put your happiness on the little things, the constant things in your life, like your family, your loved ones, people that are there for you, or my job, for instance, then you'll be happy. You'll see that there are little things that you should be grateful for, even that as much as they're little, they're big in other people's lives, and. So I keep learning from him every day. And I'm so grateful to God to have him in my life. Like he's such an inspiration. He's such a go-getter. Even when I want to sleep and snooze and get lazy, it's always that kick in the butt that I need. So yeah, and then my job. Yeah, my job. Basically, because in my line of job, I get to meet a lot of people. And meeting these people, their lives are different people, their lives are inspiring. You get to tell some stories that are true life stories and they touch you in a different way. It inspires me. It inspires me a lot. I get to work with people from different walks of life. I get to work with different crew members and they're just seeing their lives and seeing how happy they have with as much as they have and all of that. It inspires me so, so much. And then the true inspiration, I know people say I'm being a religious person, but it's God. I mean, when all fails, and I have nowhere to turn to, nothing to draw from, nowhere to go, I just go on my knees and I pray, and there's just this peace that comes with it, and suddenly I know what to do. That's a trick question. That's a trick question. That's having me to ask a question that I've not been asked before. Okay, if I was in your shoes or in any other interviewer's shoes, I would want them to more often than not ask how we feel as actors, having to take on different characters. It's really challenging. People see acting as something that it's fun. It's fun because it's entertainment. You get to meet different people, you get to play dress up and all that. But I don't talk about the challenging side to it. Having to sit in front of the camera, in front of hot lights and over 30 people behind the cameras and you having to ignore that people are there and having to dig deep and get emotions, having to do it over and over till you get it, having to bring a character to life so much that another person can relate to it and say, oh, this is not acting, this is real. And sometimes emotionally these things leave residues. Imagine I've had to play characters that, okay, for example, the Anu that I told you I had to play the postpartum depression. Yeah. I could relate with it because there was a time I put to bed and I lost my son. And after that, I got depressed and all of that. And people don't get to see how we actors get to feel after playing a character that we have to give all our emotions to. After I played that character, for the longest I was depressed. I found it so difficult to get out of it. If it wasn't that I had a very loving and understanding husband, it would have been so difficult. Somebody having to gradually pull me out of it and let me know that, you're loved. This is just your work. You have to leave you at the door and all of that. I know you've experienced it but it doesn't define you and all of that. It's difficult. It's difficult because sometimes we get drawn into these characters so much and we don't have enough time to get out of it before we go into the next one. So it's really difficult, having to play different characters, sink your emotion into it and detach. You don't just detach like that. Some of them leave response and it takes the grace of God for you not to. Because we have some actors that really go into doing stuff. They have to experience it to be able to even give it. So how do they? You get what I mean? So it's more often than not, do we get asked if we're okay? Yeah. No, we don't. But hey, we do what we have to do to put out these messages out there and entertain you people as much as we can. And then also, the love from fans as well. I wish we could talk about that a lot because I love my fans so much. I'm one of the few that has been blessed with very understanding, very loving fans. But not a lot of people get that lucky. As celebrities, they expect you not to have emotions. They expect you to just be bland. They feel like the fact that you're a celebrity, your life is perfect. Well, what can you possibly want? You're making money, you're living the life, so what's the problem? I mean, I lost a child. Nobody knew that. I had emotions. I had people still come out and ask me, oh, you're married, where's your child? Don't you think it's time you have a child? Very insensitive things. Sometimes they leave comments and as a celebrity, you know that you are like a role model to a lot of people. So you can't lash out. You can't say things that you should not be caught saying because there are people looking up to you, the kids that watch what you say. So you're restrained from really expressing yourself. But they need to know that first, before you're a celebrity, you're human. The same way words will hurt them as they are the same way words will hurt you. And it's even more annoying because they are people that can express themselves without anybody having to hold them to it. Do you know what it means by people gradually beating you down with words and you not having to express yourself? It's like what the government is doing to you. They beat you and they tell you not to cry. You know, it's mentally draining and all of that. And sometimes you have fans coming and asking you for urgent 2K and everything, not knowing that there are sometimes that as a celebrity, even you said that 2K not there your hand. You understand? Because you live in Nigeria. You have responsibilities. Or we live in a society, we live in a country where every day is frustrating. They're looking like the life we live. It's in fact, if you can live by and just afford the basic amenities, God has really blessed you. You know, because every day it looks like they're looking for new ways to frustrate your earnings and your livelihood and your happiness and your, you know. So it's challenging, and it would be really nice if we all can be understanding of one another and know that, you know, yes, this person can be a celebrity, but I need to also be able to put myself in their shoes and see where they're coming from. They're hurting as much as I'm hurting. We live in the same reality and everything, so yeah. Funny enough, you see comments like that, usually I would just ignore. Yeah. But it's part of what I was saying. That day I felt like, you know what, today I'm going to reply this person. Usually I don't reply because, trust me, for you to hit me in the words, yeah, you will really try. I have grown a thick skin. Yeah. But that day, it wasn't like the word got to me, but I just needed to put that person in their place to let them know that you don't just open your mouth and just say anything and hurt people and feel like, okay, if I can take it, that's me. Somebody else might not be emotionally strong. The fact that the person is not the person is a celebrity doesn't mean that the person doesn't get hurt to the point that the person would think of committing suicide as well. The person is human, you know. And words, they say words when they leave your mouth. It's like an egg that you throw and then it breaks. You can't put it back together, you know. So I just felt like I needed to set the person straight, so it will serve as a deterrent. So other people like. Yeah, people might be quiet, they might be nice, but you just don't talk back at anybody. And the fact that they're celebrities, you expect that, oh, you get away with it just because they won't be able to talk because people will come and say that, oh, why did you talk back like this? Or, nah, you know, as calm as I am, I bite too. Honestly, you're actually calm. I was even as replying the person, I was still calm. But yeah, I just needed to put the person in place and in check and tell them that, you know what, I'm a celebrity doesn't mean I don't have the freedom to speech as well. We complain about our government not giving us the right to express ourselves. And you go right ahead and do the same thing to these people, to your celebrities, not wanting them to express themselves. So are we really aren't we like a reflection of the government we don't want? Let's be honest with each other. We are the government. That's right. We are the reflections of these people. You get what I mean? So until we start fixing ourselves, we won't fix that. That's just the sad truth. And then we should be able to leave people to do whatever it is they want to do with their lives and their body and not feeling like we have a right to tell them what to do with their lives. I see people, you leave comments on social media and people feel like they have a right to argue your opinion with you. Like, it's your opinion. You don't have to agree with my opinion. But I have a right to say what I see. It's okay for you to want to try and correct me if you think I'm wrong. But come from a place of correction and let me know that you are trying to set me straight and you're also putting your opinion, not telling me that I don't have a right to talk at all and I'm stupid. In fact, the first thing they do is abuse you. I'm like, you don't. Where's the basic human respect and love and, you know? So, yeah, we have a lot to fix. But, I mean, for me, I feel like I'm blessed to have all the love that I need. I have, like, I'm fortunate, like I said, I'm fortunate to have fans that don't require more than I can give. They don't kill me. And I have a loving family that supports me no matter what. What more can a lady ask for? Yeah. I don't even think I have to go further. Every actor or actress is a prostitute. Okay. It is so annoying. It is so annoying. It's like saying every Nigerian is a ritualist because we have some people that don't want to make legal earnings and that, you know, it's on the rise. This we're seeing so much people doing money ritual. You can't just categorize like that or saying that, oh, every young person making money right now is a Yahoo person, or every guy that is young and making money now is Yahoo. That's impossible. That's not a fair judgment, right? Same as my industry. I don't think it's fair for them to just say that like every actress is a prostitute just because some might do it, you know. Yeah. I don't think it's fair. I mean, I have a loving husband I come home to every day. I leave him as early as 6 a.m. in the morning, leave home and not return till like 1 a.m. and I come back standing on my feet doing my job. And then I come back home and I'm proud to have dropped everything on stage and I put my all into it. And then I come back to watch and then someone will just assume that I'm a prostitute. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Well, okay, let me start with your long term goal questions. I don't set long term goals for myself because I find it as the easiest way to just press yourself because if it doesn't happen at the time that you set, then you get it. Because I set short term goals, things that I see that are visible as I go. Or let me try and do this before in 2 months, let me try and do it. Yeah. So that way I don't depress myself because, nothing is ever really in your hands, really. It's up onto God's hands and faith to take you where. But at the end of the day, do I see myself becoming a director? Yeah, well, maybe. It's possible. I don't know yet. I'm still very much in love with the acting side of it. I haven't thought of anything. But yeah, someday, probably, I see it happening. It's just fun, yeah. You can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Twitter, you can find me on Facebook, same handle, the Scarlet Gomes. The Scarlet Gomes, yes, THE Scarlet Gomes together. And you can find my jobs on YouTube, you can find it on Iroko, you can find it on Ibaka, you can find it on Africa Magic, you can find it on, you can find it everywhere.